I got some. I may be more heated than anyone else on this. I don't know.
Okay.
People see my situation and not think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
Okay, so I'm not married. I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more.
By multiple women? What's the intent
I
of this
just want
then? Or
God
by
to
your
bring
wife?
them. I just want God to bring them.
Oh, okay.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Bryant, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
Hold on. I want to pause here. This nigga right here, and I'm saying nigga, this nigga right here thought he had said some profound shit right here, y'all. I normally don't stop in the clips normally, but look at him, y'all. If you're on video, you see
I don't
it.
think it's nothing more else to say. We can already just go.
No. I want her to get her shine. I want her to get her shine for her retort this. But look at him, y'all. He you know how many times he just said this to a girl and it didn't got over and he didn't got that jack to walk. That's how he felt. He's like, I didn't say it with my time. Like, ooh. All right, I'm gonna finish it.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, in disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you. But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior to say that I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved. Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box. It's unhealthy.
All right, Dom. I'm gonna let you go first before I kick in the door.
She's absolutely correct. We talked about this in regards to Nick Cannon, which she also read for filth, and she read him so bad. This motherfucker was up there acting like a little kid. Posture becomes, like you're seeing somebody called you out. You can think that you're doing something good, but we always talk about the origin of a lot of things goes back to family and community, and not saying that your kids won't have issues or anything like that and problems won't exist, but sometimes those statistics, those numbers tend to be slightly higher when kids come from broken homes. And I'm not saying
down before you even finish. Cam Newton's full of shit because both his parents been together like 40, 50
I was
years.
gonna get there.
Okay.
I was getting there, and I was like,
because he ain't got no example of that shit that he talking
that's
about.
what I was gonna get to. I was gonna say also just weirdo wild behavior. And this is how athletes get a bad rap, not to be funny, because of the mindset like that. But it's like you come from a 2-parent household, your parents are still together. So where did you get this from? Where were you influenced for you to be able to say, because that's some sort of weird conditioning, because clearly you're at home. It didn't do anything for you. So you were conditioned outside of your home. And what it seems like, and from what I've heard, like they had a nice upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it
Daddy was a
wasn't like
pastor of a big church, everything.
so I don't know if it is, I don't want to blame it on pop culture / hip hop culture because we romanticize certain things. But it's like, okay, you have a commitment issue. You have a commitment, you have a fear of commitment. And just call it what it is. Say, I want to be able to fuck around and do what I want to do and when I want to do it. And I want to be able to leave when I'm ready to leave. Just like how fucked up it was, how he tried to have that girl car repo, that Bentley or whatever the fuck car, his baby mama.
Bentley too. Hey, he was petty as hell for that shit.
But then meanwhile, you dating, what's that girl named? Jazzy, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Got the bitch doing anal when she didn't even like it because it was something that you wanted to do. And you talk about, got her on podcast talking about knowing what he need and what he want or whatever. Like you his mammy. Where the fuck did you get that from? Excuse my language. Sorry, Xander. If you listen to this, I apologize.
No, she's I ain't heard no steps, so she good.
But in hindsight, this is what we talk about. Like, where did you get that? Like, where did you get that filth from? That's filth. And I just challenge people, like men they're going to be mad in the comments. But I also don't care. But this is special needs behavior. Because you didn't learn that at home. But a lot of people, and if he grew up in the church or whatever, a lot of things, those kids tend to stray and become wild any fucking way. But you want more kids, but you don't want to take a wife. You want to take your time. Do you know the work and time and energy that it goes into just raising a kid?
I know.
Because you don't have burning fucking biscuits in the microwave. You know what I mean? And so I think some men have a misconception about relationships, parenthood, fatherhood, all those things. And it got to stop. It got to stop somewhere. The buck stops here. It won't, but it should. Because that's you're embarrassing people. Like I said, like if y'all to have a moment, go watch the clip where she is talking to Nick Cannon. As goofy as Nick Young is, at least he got kids by the same girl. I don't even know if him and that girl got married, but at least they've been together for so long and had all these kids together.
Yeah, but I'll say this though, because it's two sides I want to take with this. Should I take the dark side first or the light side?
You're an Aquarius. Let's start dark and end light. We love
you. Okay. I'm gonna go to the dark side and like say, I got to question the women as well that continue to fuck with Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? Like let's keep it for real. Like you want access to money, fame, whatever power you think you can get from being or associated with him. For you to know that he and I'll talk about him in a second. But the idea, but then it's the crazier part is about it, Dom. As much as I love this sister, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, that's the type of chick he would go after though too. Mm-hmm. And I've seen many a chick talk shit about a dude, and I'm not saying this is the doing it, but I'm just saying because I know some people are like, oh, she trying to shoot her shot. I don't know. I don't care, regardless. But that is the type of woman I've seen women like that still go for that because of the status and the ability to that. So you do have to lay some blame with women that are signed up to be number 11, number 12, number 13.
Not me, because I ain't on the part.
Yeah, I mean, you think, and it's not just Cam Newton. We talk about Nick Cannon, Elon Musk, Tyreek Hill, and then as I moved to the more lighter side of it, or in the middle now, I thought about it. One of my favorite people I've been really researching and reading about right now is been Bob Marley.
Okay.
If you know anything about Bob Marley, he has 11 kids by like 6 different women.
Okay.
Now, 2 of those kids are from his wife messing with somebody else, but he adopted them still.
Okay.
And he still gave them the Marley name and everything.
Okay.
But if you, because I'm thinking about like, okay, somebody like, oh, well, he has the money and access. Just because he's not around and he's not there with all the kids in the home doesn't mean he's not a father. You can financially be there, but being there is a different thing, man.
Yep.
You don't like. There's a thing of like, yo, like when me and Xander's like, yo, let's just go get some when she's home for something, maybe home in the summer. Yo, we just want to get some sausage biscuits, and we just sit there and we ride and talk.
Oh.
And we get up there, and I make her get out of her shell because she has this whole thing of like, I don't like going up there to get my food and paying for it. It's just some. I have anxiety, Daddy. Shut up. Go up there and get your food. She ain't got no anxiety. She just want to be lazy. It ain't no anxiety for because she'll go up there and get it. I'm like, ain't nobody getting no food then. All right then. Because if you had real anxiety, you would give up on eating. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But there's intricate things like that. So going back to the Bob Marley thing, Bob Marley had a whole bunch of kids. Those other women. He actually brought those kids, and I would say 8 or 9 out of 11 live with him in Jamaica, regardless of the mother. Like, so they were there because he wanted all his kids to be there, even though it was a lot of drama. I know I've been reading about between him and Rita because he was just bringing kids home and just being like, hey, you know me, I've been on the road for 6 months. Here you go. Whole nother thing. We're not going to litigate that at this point.
Right.
But I'm saying the idea of like, just because you got enough bread to do something don't mean you should be doing it with all these kids. And y'all got to quit want to have y'all penis, this dude up in y'all for a second. And then my last thing, I'm going to turn over you. Hey man, Cam Newton think he too goddamn smart for his own fucking good. And let's keep like, I'm not, he's super talented. His podcast is entertaining. He's one of the best quarterbacks of an era in college. He won a Heisman Trophy. You can't take none of that away from him. But yo, you are not as intelligent as you think you are. And you can tell you ain't been around the most intelligent folks.
Yeah, we can tell by your damn Instagram posts. Who's supposed to decipher that?
Right. Are them little I don't know if you remember when he was in the league when he was trying to act like he was being deep. Like, if you catch that bus, you'll get there. Like he would do that in press conferences. Like it was some deep shit he's saying. And I'm like, I just always like I love Cam Newton, but he do fuck boy shit, man. I'm sorry, y'all. We ain't supposed to be trying to cuss as much. We monetize, but he does.
But it's just annoying. Some days, motherfuckers gotta get cussed out, okay?
But it's not a cussing out. It's more of a frustrating thing of like, yo, you haven't. He's somebody he wanted more kids, and I thought about it. Even with some people, other people I know. It's a narcissistic thing to want a whole bunch of kids to say you got some other kids and you got more of you. It ain't about like, because kids are supposed to be created from love and respect and all those different things. And I'm not saying he didn't love those women, but the idea of like, I want more. And when the question she asked, and she probably didn't think about it, maybe she did later, is like, do you want these kids out of love or you just want kids? Because if you just want kids, that's an ego thing. That's not a thing of like, yo, we made these kids in love. You just want more kids to say, I got more of me running around here.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's a misconception about the labor that goes into having children. From the, like, if you are an active father from the male perspective and from the female perspective, you know what I mean? Especially for women, like the toll that it takes on our bodies, the different levels of like how long, postpartum can last like years. And then you got your expectation. Listen, I'm taking care of a fucking dog and my humble. Like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of labor that goes
by yourself.
By yourself. Listen,
because we know. come on, man. Let's keep it real, y'all. Cam ain't sitting there every day changing no diapers, making up at 6 in the morning, not 6 in the morning, like 3 in the morning, going to feed his baby. He's like, well, I took care of everything. You live in night. I can just hear him with his Cam Newton logic.
And
I hate all this. You should be all right.
I can see old girl that he currently has that latest baby by.
Well, no, you see her quote. She said, I'd rather be a baby mama to a rich nigga. That's what she said.
I know.
So I already know what you're saying.
I don't think, okay. So we don't talk about, we crack jokes about certain things, or we look at mental health from the assistance, like from the aspect of somebody being off or something, like having, like needing aid, assistance, and all these things. But we don't think about it from the perspective of, like, you could be functioning but like special needs, like you could be slow, like a little slow.
Because I'm not gonna say special needs.
No.
Dom, you can't do that. No.
What person in their right mind would say some shit like that? Really think about it.
I mean, that's not special needs.
No, that's special needs. That you slow. And we talked about that before, friend. Talking about where did all them kids in them classrooms go? Because they're not isolated in the real world. They are among us. That is it's no way in hell that makes sense. Nobody in their mind will be, I would rather be a baby mama to somebody with some money than to be with a partner with a guy that don't have as much. Baby, the struggle is real. Is you struggling? The struggle is the struggle.
But some people would rather be getting paid.
Did you it was shit, the craziest fuck? This is what I'm saying. Discernment and the lack of it. You just saw him try to have I don't know if he succeeded or not, but have an old ass Bentley repo from his baby mama, the car she used to take their kids to fuck.
We talk about this, Dom. Remember we talked about this one of our first episodes. I thought it was me. Remember people never think it can happen to him because I'm a better nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what people think.
That is slow. You are not bright. You're not sharp.
People trade that off all the time, thinking they're better than
there's people that are slow are not smart. So let me rephrase that.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But this world, because like there are people, you know, autism, all these different things. But it's no way, if you were smart and you have sense, you think you one up in somebody, but you just a common and basic as the next bitch. And that's no tea, no shade. But that's the reality. Because this man is petty, nice looking guy, but petty as fuck. And he don't have no sense. Because y'all been broke up for how long? He been gone from Kia Proctor for a while.
Yeah.
And now you want to do that? That's wild. And that's weirdo behavior. And that's unfortunate too. It's really unfortunate. And you have people out there with a platform, and I talk about certain things that we say, especially as a community and a culture that's detrimental to us, to our people. Talking like that and thinking like that is detrimental to our people, because we have a generation of people that are going to come up behind you that could potentially see that and think that that's okay. And they, like you said, I'm giving her the business too, because the women are just as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're gonna have a baby because this can guarantee you a Gucci bag or a certain amount of money where that you can afford a certain lifestyle. But the men also have to be smart, because they know that it's people that are going to prey on them and their bank account just solely to have some sort of level of cushion for a while. We got to do better. And that's all I'm saying.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that, you know, it's on both sides of the game. More of anything, I at least, if anything else, Nick Cannon, as much as we have said anything about him, I at least think Nick Cannon is like, okay, he's trying to figure it out and walk it back and like trying to like understand where he kind of failed in his idea of like these multitude of children. And I feel like there's more maybe something with him because he got scared with his health thing. Maybe that's why he got into this kind of harem type of field.
We talked about it. Still feel like it's selfish.
Yeah. But I just feel Cam's is way more like just fuck it. Because I'm Cam Newton and I can do it and I got bread. Because if this dude worked at Jiffy Lube and had 8 kids and he was a district manager making $70,000 a year, y'all be talking bad and dirty about this dude.
I mean, I've seen a lot of.
And most chicks wouldn't sign up for that. But it's because it's Cam Newton, and let's keep it 100.
You be so.
Oh yes, okay. I'm talking about the women
tell
of
you
the caliber
offline, but you will.
I know. But the women of Cam Newton that Cam Newton is on the caliber dealing with, those women ain't messing with Rodney. That's the district manager for Jiffy.
She probably already had a baby by Rodney, the district manager.
She probably did. That's a great point. But what I'm saying is like you can't have it both ways. There's some people attacking Cam, which as I have, because I think he does fuck shit, like I said before. But you can't at the same time as some women are like, oh yeah, you're right, blah, 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 blah. You're right. And Dr. Cheyenne Bryant was on his ass. But it's the women making these choices too at some point with all these cats. Tyreek Hill is out here. He's engaged, and I think he had 4 kids on her.
Who?
Tyreek Hill from the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
He's engaged, and I think 4 of his kids were born like in 2 months.
It take 2 to tango, right? We get that.
But it's money, man.
Men also have to start being smart. You know, stop using your dick because then 5 minutes later, however quick you gonna come.
No, it ain't just that though, Dom. These chicks gotta also just say I'm about this bread and I want to be with him because of bread. Don't be talking about I love him and I want to be with him. I see a future.
I was gonna get there too. Oh no, it's both of them. It's men being stupid, but it's women plotting and conniving.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we just have to do better. I literally talked to my homegirl about this because there's some clip talking about men being autistic. Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends because we got all the tea. And if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side so you can see other stuff and again share with everybody.